everyone, today I'll be reviewing this movie dropped on Netflix called Teen and Tina, and this movie, it is from Spain, and in this movie you see this couple like who got married, but this in tragic accident, this couple they learn like that, especially the wife, like she can't have a child anymore, like she cannot bear any children. After getting this news, she become very devastated. Then her husband suggests her to adopt kids from this convent, I guess this church which is close to their house. So say they goes to this church and they meet all these children, and then over there they meet this twin, and when they meet this twin, at first they seem fine, but even looking at them they look weird. So when they bring them home, this twin at first seems like they're really nice, this twin, and seems like they have like good manner, and they try to be like, they get a blend with them very quickly. And then slowly we learn this twin actually very weird and really weird, and they do all this like around the house, all these brutal things. Like when you watch this movie you are like, whoa. So this movie, it is supposed to be a horror movie. I was waiting there and something horror thing to happen, but this movie, it is, I will say, it is kind of like a psychological thriller type movie. Like you see this twin, they are basically, because they are raised in a church, raised by all these nuns, so obviously they're very religious. This twin, they come here and they try to make this wife very, say prayer and all this thing, like but this wife who has lost her leg when she was little, she doesn't believe in God and all this thing, and also she can't have children, so it made her really depressed. So we do see she is really depressed in this movie, but out of nowhere, when she get pregnant and she had these kids, I really thought after she will have kids in this movie, it will change her life. For some reason, this movie really didn't make any sense halfway through. I was like, why is she so depressed? She become like so depressed. I mean, like, I get it. These twins are dragging her, taking her medication away and playing with her medication. These twins are just evil. They are just evil. They killed her dog, and then there was in this bully in their class, looked like they also killed him, like almost he was in coma. So these two twins, they are obviously evil, but I don't get it. The last act for this movie, it was really weird, didn't make any sense. What was it even trying to say here? And end of this movie that we see, I guess these are spoiler, they all get together, like this woman, she decide to raise this twin anyway. Like, what is going on? This movie was a really slow burn, but unfortunately overall it was really boring movie for me. So many unbelievable things happen. You're like, what? And end of it, you feel like it was a waste of time. Although there was some interesting part in this, but do I recommend people check this out? Not really, because overall you will be bored end of this movie. Although it's supposed to be slow burn, but this is just too slow burn, and the last act was just weird. It didn't make any sense, because this movie, like throughout the first act, it was really realistic take. Like, okay, I was like halfway through, I gave up the idea it's gonna be the horror movie. It's like more realistic take on movie, I guess I was thinking. But halfway, especially the last act, all this thing happened. Like how they do happen, like, is there any explanation? No, there isn't. It was like this movie was trying too hard to be like this serious movie, but it didn't need to be. It could have been really good horror movie, especially all the characters. These twins were really freaky and interesting. They could have done something interesting. Unfortunately, this movie went on this route. I didn't like it. I thought it was really boring, and that was my thought on this. Let me know in the comment, what do you think about this movie? If you enjoyed this review, don't forget my other reviews on other Spanish movies. If you enjoyed this, please subscribe. Until I see you next time, please take care.